Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to look for different time frames. A lot of times people ask me which time frame is the best time frame to find setup. So I'm going to show you guys that today in today's video. So first, a lot of times I'm going to show you this trade that I actually took this week. So a lot of times people want to see the before. So I do not do before and afters for YouTube. It's just not my life trading to go upload a video. Points of interest that I'm looking at for the week. So this is the setup, as you guys can see, on November 30th, that I was originally looking at GU. And right now I'm in replay mode because I'm going to show you guys an example, but it did come to my exact point of interest. So I'm going to show you guys through several time frames how we got there, as well as make sure you guys are following me on Instagram at smartmoneyacademy.ca. So here you guys can see people hitting take profit. I'm starting my trading journal for the month. So GU was my first TP of the month, as well as other people smashing take profits within our Discord. And this is a private Discord for members only. And down here, you can also see more fun stuff like before and afters, how to use structure. I do say some lies here, as well as testimonials, of course. Everyone loves those. And just any quick cheat sheet and tips you guys need to know. So with all that being said, let's get into time frames. So first thing you do is mindset. Second thing you do is structure. So right now I'm obviously in down structure. Now I start on the 1 hour. So this would be the structure. So to break this low, would technically be here, but we could do this. And that's my 1 hour structure, which is clearly downtrend. Okay, so once I do the 1 hour, I will go to the 2 hour and then I'll go to the 30. So I don't do a top-down analysis because with a top-down analysis, you're following and something you see from the daily all the way to the 1 minute, and that's just not the case. You're gonna find your full schematic on one time frame, so we don't need to drag something from the daily and bring it down, right? We're not following a trend from the daily that's gonna give us, a bias of 3 months ago. It just doesn't make sense. So on the 1 hour, I'm in a downtrend, and I'm gonna keep my last highs and my last lows. So for structure and trend, you need 2 highs and 2 lows. Okay, so let's go to the 2 hour. Same thing. 30-minute. Same thing, right? There's no up structure. We're still in down structure. So even if you were to put something like this, we didn't break this high. We're still in down structure. So that is our overall structure. Now, I can go to a 15 and I can go to a 4 hour. But I already did my structure. I should easily be able to see my structure between the 4 and the 30, or sorry, the 2 and the 30. Now, I'm going to look for my schematic. Because I'm in down structure, I'm either looking for a distro or a redistro. Okay, so if I'm looking, again, just on the 1 hour, we've been in down trend for a while. So up here, I'd be looking for distro. Up here, I'd be looking for distro. Up here, I'd be looking for distro. Now, if this is a distro somewhere in here, then down here, it's giving bottom of the range vibes. So that means we'd be looking for a redistro, because we're not going to look for a redistro at the top of the range, right? If you understand market cycle. So I'm going to start looking for a redistro. I'm in replay mode just so you guys can kind of see more so in real time. So what is redistro? Redistro is 3 drives up, sign of weakness, selling climax, etc. Okay, so here, especially with this wick, and this is also where we had that lower time frame low, we're going to call it a selling climax. Okay, and then we're going to call this a buying climax with our AR. So this is going to be our trading range. Etc. So step 1 is to go through every single main time frame. So we did that here. Cool. So now I'm going to start looking for my schematic like I started showing you guys. So BC, UT. This is going to be a second test because it's not higher than the UT. And then this is going to be your UTAD. So I'm just going to change my trading range because I don't normally use purple, but helping you guys see the stuff. Okay, cool. Actually, I'm not in replay mode. So let me put it here so you guys can just see how I get to my entry. Okay, so here, this is the schematic. Now, your schematic should be showing the structure. Okay, so the structure here is this, 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 this. So this structure is pretty clear, but I will go down another time frame and to see if it gives better structure. Okay, so this shows better on a lower time frame. What I mean is, on this 1 hour, it's kind of giving sideways consolidation. So you have to make sure, if you're going to label these 3 highs, that it's not just 3 candles that have a little bit of a higher tip. You actually have to see the individual structure. Okay, so on the 15, it's very clear structure. What was once looking like consolidation is now its own structure. So this is what I tell my team. I want you to choose 2 time frames. So let's say we're choosing the 15 and the 30 because it looks good on both these time frames, right? Now, I want you to choose 2 time frames as the second step. Now, once you choose those 2 time frames because it looks good on these time frames, I want you to go through all the time frames in between. So what does that mean? So we're on the 15. If you type in 1-6, you're going to get 16 minutes show up. And if you press enter, it will go to 16. So 1-7, 17 minutes. 1-6, 16. So if you type in just the number 1-6, it's going to give you minutes. If you type in H, you're going to get hours. If you type in M, you're going to get months. Y, it's not going to give you years. If you type in S, you'll get, for example, 30S, you're going to get seconds. So it only takes 2 seconds to go between the 2 time frames you choose. So 15, and I'm going to be looking at this POI to see how perfectly on what time frame it aligns with my buying climax. So 17, I probably should do 17 is not lying. 17. 17 is 16, isn't 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So you guys, literally, it takes 1 minute. So if you want to make money, you might as well take this extra 1 minute. So this just helps me confirm that all these smaller time frames between these 2 areas are generally aligning. Okay, so if I'm on the 2 hour and it's not really aligning between the 2 hour, 3 hour, etc., then it's probably not a higher time frame trade. Okay, because we want trading range alignment. What's trading range alignment? Your POI should line up with your climax entry, whether it's your climax or your AR. Okay, so step 3 is go to every time frame. And that's how you really get time frame confirmation, because a lot of people ask me which time frame. The answer is all time frames. I don't just check the 4 hour. I don't do top down. I check all time frames and whatever gives me the best picture. So step 1 is check all time frames. Step 2 is to choose 2 time frames. And step 3, between those 2 time frames, go through all the 1 minute time frames in between. Okay, so this was actually I think I had it on the 11 minute more clear, so 11 minute 15-ish. So this was actually between the 5 and the 15. And unhealthy price action, 3 drives up, sign of weakness. This is your minor sign. This is your major sign of weakness. This is your test. So every structural element should have a label because it should have a purpose, right? I don't have a bunch of random things missing. You call this a test, 1, 2 test, whatever. And the risk to reward was, of course, a 1 to 10. Yeah, so around the 60 minute, I think this has just moved off a little bit. Yeah, something like so. So stop loss, like so. Take profit, equal lows. And that's how you get a 1 to 10 using several different time frames. Okay guys, so thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.